Hi, welcome to Snow Stitches. I'm Alana Snow. I hope you guys are doing as awesome as I am today. So, in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys some of the projects that I'm working on right now, as well as some of like the mystery yarn or like rope, or like I don't even really know what to call it, but I'll be showing that to you, as well as talking about like what I have planned for it, which is like not much because I'm not too sure what to do with it. But yeah, before any of that though, I want to talk about this Canadian weather. In Toronto, it's snowing right now, and it calls for 20 centimeters by the end of the day. So I'm not really happy about that, and I'm hoping that they're wrong because like it's the middle of the March, and like come on Canada, like we don't really need it to be snowing in the middle of March. Like when it should be getting warmer and spring should be coming and like the snow should be melting. Yeah, but I am on the other hand a little happy because it was kind of frustrating that what I'm knitting right now, everything that I have on the go is like a winter knit, and a few weeks ago, like the snow was melting, it was above zero, and the weather was kind of nice, and I was worried that I wouldn't have much use for it. Almost like that, like Canada just like felt how I was feeling, and they were like, "Don't worry, Alana, your winter knits will always have use here." So that's a little reassuring, but at the same time, like, come on, Canada, it's the middle of March. We don't need snow. We don't need 20 centimeters of snow. Okay, moving on. I'll show you some of the projects I'm working on right now. This first one's going to be a leg warmer. I haven't done the first one. This is the first one that I'm doing. I'm using a pattern from Bernat. It's the leg warmers, the 2 needle leg warmers, or the straight or flared leg warmers. I don't know. I downloaded it from Yarnspirations, and it calls for Bernat satin. I'm just using colors that I had because it's worsted weight. And yeah, when you download it, it comes with two versions, a straight or a flared version. I'm using the flared the straight leg version. One thing I don't like about the pattern though is that it calls for 9 rows of garter stitch at the other end before you bind off, instead of ribbing. So you just do this ribbing here, and then stockinette stitch, and then 9 rows of garter stitch, and then bind off. So I think that I'm going to cut 2 inches off of the top, and instead of doing the 9 rows in stockinette stitch, for those 2 inches, I'm going to do the ribbing. So I wouldn't have that stockinette stitch and 9 rows of garter stitch. I would just have the 2 inches of ribbing at the bottom and at the top also, just so it's a little more symmetrical. Obviously, the bottom would be a little smaller because it would go around my ankles, but they would still look the same, and that's kind of what I'm going for. Yeah, this next one is a gift for my boyfriend's sister. Her birthday's on the 29th, and they're just like really nice, kind of simple, like a variation on the fisherman's rib fingerless gloves, and I'm really liking how this pair is turning out. I just started the second one, so like there's not much to show you, just a few inches of stockinette stitch there. So yeah, but that's that. I'm really liking how that one's turning out. The first pair that I did for myself, I didn't knit them as long as the pattern suggested, so the first one was way too short. And on top of that, the second one was I made it even shorter, not on purpose, obviously, but it was just a few centimeters, but in something that small, a few centimeters is pretty noticeable. So wasn't too fond of that. And then on top of all of that, I only had size 4. That was the smallest knitting needles that I had, was US size 4. And the pattern called for US size 2. For these ones, I'm using 3 millimeters, which is 2.5, like US 2.5. So they're pretty much the perfect size around because I knit really tight anyways. So they worked out really good this pair, so I'm really happy with them. I'll be showing you the finished pair definitely before I give them to her. This third project is a dishcloth. It's just the Ripple Stitch dishcloth. I believe it's from Lily Sugar and Cream. You can download it from Yarnspirations, but I got the pattern off of a ball of Bernat Handicrafter. So this is it. I really like it. I really like how the ripples, it looks really complex, but it's not at all. It's really simple. It's just increases and decreases, and it makes that straight row, those straight rows that you did, it makes them ripple. So I really like that. Also, I'm really into dishcloths right now, so yeah, I'll be talking to you guys more about that a little later on though. Now, I'm going to be showing you some of the mystery yarn that I have. I'll just pull up a few balls because I have quite a bit. Now, they're all like somewhat different textures and different weights. Like I have some that feel like they could be like a little thicker than worsted, like maybe a chunky, and then I have ones that are like really bulky, and then they're all different colors. So I'm not too sure what I can do to make them blend or to really do with each of them, seeing as how I don't really have enough of one to do anything with. Yeah, and the texture of them, it's just weird. Like it's stretchy and it's hard. Like it's not soft. It's not really hard. It's more rough. It's just a weird thing, and it's not like it's rope that you could use outside. It's more like, I don't know, I don't even think it would be for crafts. I'm just not really too sure. So I'm probably gonna do like a little rug that would go outside, like right on a front porch, and just arrange the colors a certain way. They wouldn't go with anybody's decor, just like the different colors that I have. Like I have an orange. This one here is like a green and red in the white, and then I have an all burgundy one, and then I also have two different shades of gray. I have like a white with pink and gray in it, and it's just they're just weird colors that don't really go together, like a shade of teal. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll probably do the rug, or I'll do like coasters or placemats, and I'll do them all in the same pattern, but I'll just make them different colors. So that's an option too. Yeah, so that's my projects that I'm working on right now, and that's my mystery yarn or rope or whatever. Yeah, so next week I am going to be posting, or no, this week I'll be posting on Friday. Forgot that it's Tuesday today. I'm going to be posting on Friday this week. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about dishcloth and why I think they're something that everybody should have and be knitting and consider knitting, and why you should always have a ball of cotton yarn in your basket. I just think that they're awesome, and I can't even get into it because I will talk for 10 more minutes. So, yeah, next week I'll be talking, or not next week, sorry, Friday I'll be talking about dishcloths and a little more about that, and maybe if I've finished any of my projects that I have on the go right now, then I will show you them so you can see what they look like. The only ones that I might have finished are the fingerless gloves, and for sure I'll be done the dishcloth. I'm not too sure about the leg warmer. I might have the first one done, but I'll just wait until I have both of them done to show you that again. Yeah, so I will see you guys on Friday. I hope you have an amazing week, and remember to keep stitching, okay? If you like my videos, then subscribe, and if you can't wait until Friday to see me, then you can check out my blog. The link is in the description.